Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Patri and in today's video I'm gonna do quite a big book haul because this is only 3 months worth of books, and for me this is a lot of books in 3 months to buy because books are expensive. And I have some more books coming on the mail. I'll tell you once the time getting shipped over, but they haven't been released yet, so I'll tell you later. I'm just gonna go picking up the books and just talking about them. Some of them I've already read, for example, these books. We have The Naturals series, which has The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, and Bad Blood, which has 12, which is a little novella that goes after the series inside the book. So that's great. And this series is about a group of teenagers which have natural skills like detecting lies or profiling, things like that, and the FBI wants to train them and use them to solve cold cases, and each book follows a different case. Not all of the books follow the same one, so I'm guessing if you want to only read one you could, but this series is quite addicting, so I don't think you're going to want to only read the first one. And it's really good. It is kind of creepy for me because I don't like scary stuff or like killers, all those things, they creep me out. But I was reading these books while I was reading a romance at night and I was fine. It says that it's for people over 12, but if I would have read this when I was 12, I would have been traumatized. So I don't recommend it for such young people, but it's a nice series. Then here I have another series which I've already read and I'm currently rereading. These are the romances I was reading while I read the Natural series. We have the Edens series. The first one is Indigo Ridge, then Juniper Hill, Garnet Flats, Jasper Vale, and the one that I haven't reread yet is Crimson River. I bought this series because the last book is coming out. I already pre-ordered. It's one of the books that hasn't come yet because the release date is the 5th of December. It is Sable Peak. This series is a small town romance series of interconnected standalones. Each book follows one of the daughters or sons of a family. All of them have like a plot apart from the romance in a story, you know? So it's something different because it's not only a romance. And my favorite one is Juniper Hill, but I really enjoyed Garnet Flats the second time around, better than the first time I read it. And yes, this is a really nice series. I do love Daphne Perry. I've read a lot of her books and I want to keep reading more of her books, but I bought this series so I could have the whole main books, because then you have 2 novellas I think, and I haven't read them. I want to, but I don't think I'm going to buy them. I'll just read them on my Kindle. Then here I have Iron Flame. This is the book I'm currently reading. I'm on page 33 because look at the font in this book. Like, the book is, I don't want to spoil myself anything, but the book is 623 pages, but I think the word count is bigger than the books in Crescent City, which have 800 pages and like a normal font. So I think this is like a really big book, and I don't know if it's going to take a long time to read. But I'm enjoying it, so that's really nice. It's the second book of the Imperial series, which the first book is Fourth Wing. You might have heard about it. I really love Rebecca Yarros' writing. I have one of her books and I've read it and I'm thinking of buying another one, but the other ones are romances, and then I have this one on Fourth Wing, and I'm going to buy all of the series, obviously. I don't really want to explain what this book is about because it would spoil things from the first one. So Fourth Wing is about people that go into a school and they have to choose one specialty. They can be healers, they can be scribes, or they can be writers. And this girl is forced by her mom to be a writer. That's the only information I'm going to tell you. Then we have Love Redesigned. I haven't read this. It only got to my house 2 weeks ago maybe, but this is my last addition to my Laura Nasher collection that we have over here. I've read all of her books and I'm planning on reading all of them. I'm buying all of them because I love her. I'm so excited to dive into Lake Wistaria's world again, because the last book from the Dreamland Billionaire series takes place where this book takes place, and I really enjoyed the vibes. And I hope we see the characters from this book too. Then over here we have Shacked. I hope it's pronounced like that. This book takes place in the same small town as Ina Jam, and I really did like this book. They're not a series, this is a standalone, and this is part of a series that just started. This is the first book, and I really enjoyed this book. It was amazing. I loved it so much, so I wanted to keep reading her books because I enjoyed the story and her writing, so that's why I bought this book. And I'm sure I'm gonna buy the other books when they come out, but they're expensive. I paid 18 euros for this book. Then we have the second book from the Boys of Tomlin series. I read the first one. I was lost after that. I really enjoyed it. I read it in 2 days, and it's like a really long book. I have never read a book so fast in my life, and I was sad because I ordered this the first day while I was reading, but then I figured out I wasn't going to get it in time because obviously these books take 2 to 3 weeks to get to where I live, and I'm waiting for next week, not this week that's coming now because I'm filming this on a Saturday, but like next week, the first week of December. School has no school for 3 days, like a little vacation, so I think if I have finished with Iron Flame, I hope I have. It takes usually 2 to 4 days to read a book. I hope I have finished it by next Saturday. I want to get into this book during those days because I think I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about this book while I'm doing other stuff, so that would be great. And then we're diving into fantasy. I have bought a lot of fantasies recently and I'm thinking of buying more, but the first one we have here is One Dark Window. I think I'm going to buy the second book because I don't know if I like it, but at the same time it's only a duology, so am I going to leave this series unfinished if it only has one more book and I don't like it? I don't think I'm going to hate it because Sarah Crowley loves it and everything she loves I love, so I trust her judgment in books. So I think I'm just going to order it without reading this one, so it doesn't happen the same that happened with this one and I can read them back to back. And the other books I have pre-ordered are Redeeming Six and Saving Six, I think they are, the new covers, and I'm excited for that also. But I think I'm going to buy Two Twisted Crowns, I think it is. Then we have Powerless. This book, I have a little bit more of an idea of what the book is about. There's this world where if you don't have powers, you are dead because they kill you. And this girl is lying about having powers and she doesn't really have powers. And then she gets put into a kind of tournament. Okay, the Purging Trials, which is a brutal competition. And she needs to fight against other people that do have powers. So this is really interesting, but I don't want to read it right now because the next book is coming out in June, and if I like it, I would want to read it back to back, or at least like next month, like the month after I read this, because with fantasies I read so much that the amount of books I read in a month can just erase all of the information from books. I had to watch a video for a Fourth Wing recap to be able to start Iron Flame, so I would want to read them close by, not with months in between them. And then the last books I have, they're all of these together, is The Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. As you may know if you follow me, I have read all of the other Sarah J Maas books. We have Akotar, Crescent City, and Throne of Glass. And Throne of Glass is the only series I haven't read by her. And it's the only complete series she has, so I should have read it first. But I don't know, it's quite intimidating because it's 8 books. But we have... Well, I'm going to show it to you in the order I'm going to read it. I already did this on my fantasy video, but I'm going to read first The Assassin's Blade, then Throne of Glass, then Crown of Midnight, then Heir of Fire, then Queen of Shadows. Then we have a tandem read, and I'm going to read Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn as a tandem read. You can look it up on the internet, I think, to see which chapters you have to read from each book at which time. And then Kingdom of Ash. This book is basically 1,000 pages. 20 pages shy of 1,000 pages, but at the same time I don't think it's going to be that big because Iron Flame has a bigger word count, I think, so I'm not really sure. These are all the books that I've bought in the last 3 months, and I also have a Magnolia Parks book coming on the mail. I pre-ordered Never, and it's also coming out the 5th of December, so I'm waiting for that also. But these are all the books that I have right now that I bought recently and I hadn't shown you in a book haul. So I hope you liked this video and I'll see you next time. Bye!